Every night, without doing anything at all, your skin gets to work behind the scenes. No products, no effort, no conscious decision-making, just your body doing what it's built to do while you're unconscious. You've probably heard the phrase beauty sleep so many times it barely registers anymore. But here's the question worth actually asking. Is there any truth to it? And if there is, what is your skin actually doing while you sleep? By the end of this video, you're going to understand the real, documented processes happening in your skin overnight, and why sleep isn't just a lifestyle nicety, but an active part of how skin functions. Welcome to Skin Health Authority, where we take ideas like beauty sleep and actually explain the biology behind them, without the fluff and without the guilt trip. Today we're exploring what current research tells us about skin repair during sleep, covering cell turnover, hormonal shifts, and blood flow changes that occur at night. By the end, you'll understand why sleep quality is genuinely relevant to skin health and what a realistic expectation looks like rather than an exaggerated one. Skin doesn't operate on a flat, constant schedule. Like much of the body, it follows what's known as a circadian rhythm, an internal, roughly 24-hour clock that influences when certain biological processes speed up or slow down. Research into skin biology suggests that some of skin's repair and regeneration activity tends to increase during nighttime hours, which is part of where the beauty sleep idea actually has some grounding in evidence. One of the clearest examples is cell turnover, the process we discussed in an earlier video, where new skin cells are produced and gradually move toward the surface. Some research indicates that cell turnover in the epidermis may be more active during the night than during the day, which would mean that some of the renewal work skin does happen disproportionately while you're asleep rather than while you're awake. Hormones play a significant role in this nightly shift as well. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, typically follows a daily pattern, generally being higher during the day and lower at night. Because elevated cortisol has been associated with increased inflammation and can influence how skin responds to stress, its natural nighttime dip may create a more favorable environment for repair processes to take place. Melatonin, the hormone most associated with regulating sleep, is also being studied for a broader role that may extend to skin, given that skin cells appear to have their own local systems for interacting with it. Some research suggests melatonin may play a role in the skin's antioxidant processes, though this is an active area of ongoing study rather than settled, definitive science. Blood flow also shifts during sleep. When you lie down and your body enters deeper stages of rest, circulation patterns change, which can influence how efficiently nutrients and oxygen are delivered to skin tissue. This is part of why consistently poor sleep is generally associated with skin that can appear duller or less vibrant, not because of one single mechanism, but because several of these overlapping nighttime processes aren't functioning under ideal conditions. It's also worth mentioning growth hormone, which is typically released in pulses during deep sleep stages. Growth hormone is involved in tissue repair processes throughout the body, and while skin-specific research is still developing, it's part of the broader picture of why deep, quality sleep appears to matter beyond just feeling rested. Myth 1. Sleep is the only thing that matters for skin repair. Sleep is one contributing factor among many. Genetics, hydration, sun exposure, and overall skin barrier health all interact with these nightly repair processes. Sleep doesn't operate in isolation, and it's not a substitute for the other fundamentals we've covered on this channel, like sun protection and barrier support. Myth 2. One bad night of sleep will visibly damage your skin. Skin's overnight processes are generally described as consistent, ongoing patterns rather than single, high-stakes events. Many people notice that occasional poor sleep affects how tired their skin looks the next day, but current understanding points to cumulative sleep patterns over time, not any single night aches, as the more meaningful factor. Myth 3. Beauty sleep is just a marketing phrase with no real basis. While the phrase itself is casual and not a scientific term, the underlying idea that skin undergoes more active repair and regeneration during sleep does appear to have some support in circadian rhythm and skin biology research. The oversimplified marketing version isn't accurate. But dismissing the concept entirely isn't accurate either. So what does this actually mean for how you approach sleep and skin? First, consistent, adequate sleep is generally considered a reasonable, low-risk habit to support alongside other skin fundamentals like sun protection and barrier care, rather than a replacement for them. Second, it's more useful to think about sleep patterns over weeks and months rather than stressing over any single night, since skin's repair processes appear to respond more to consistency than to isolated instances. Third, understanding that skin is doing active biological work overnight can be a helpful reframe if you've ever felt like nighttime skincare doesn't matter as much. Your skin is already busy working while you rest, and supporting that process with basics like a clean face and a functioning barrier is a reasonable, evidence-aligned habit. So the next time someone mentions beauty sleep, you'll know it's not just a phrase. There's a real, ongoing biological process behind it, even if the marketing version oversimplifies what's actually happening. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing to Skin Health Authority for more evidence-based skin education, explained clearly and without the hype.